Good morning all. How is everybody this morning? So today's Sunday morning, yawn fest. We're going to start sitting up. And then we usually start lying down. Sorry, yawn-a-thon here. But today we're going to start sitting up. Okie dokie. So just come into an easy seated position of your choice. Legs long, legs crossed, whatever tickles your fancy. Let's loop those shoulders back and down. Give the spine a little bit of a wiggle. Turn the palms of the hands up. And let's just close the eyes and take a great big breath in. And then exhale. Let that breath go. And again, taking that deep big breath in. And exhale. Letting all go. We're breathing in through the nose. And out through the nose. See if we can slow this breath down. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And out. Letting that breath flow in and feeling that tummy expand, the ribs start to move. And breathing out. That is one more breath in. Breathe, and let's pat those eyes open. Let's take some movement this morning. And we're going to take sideways movement. We're going to take a flowing seated mind movement from one side to the other. Just taking it over. Reach. Just take it from side to side. Fabulous. And this time we're going to take it over. So anchor down into our two sit bones, which is sending our ribs that way as we reach our arm overwards and we're sitting as tall as we can. Brilliant. One more breath here. And then we're going to sweep that hand behind like we're lassoing behind. And let's take it to the other side. Take it over. And remember, if it doesn't feel great for your shoulders, for your arms to be up in the air, just lean with your shoulder to one side, arm can be down by your side. Sending those ribs that way, lengthening. Sheep bones are grounded. And we're going to take that arm all the way around behind. Fabulous. From here, let's interlace those fingers. Inhale. Reach high for the sky, taking a simple, gentle twist to the left. As you exhale, the nose is going to come down into your chest. Inhale, drawing a line from the ceiling. And exhale. And inhale. So how high, how low your nose goes, all up to you. And gently release to the front. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale to reach high. Exhale. We're just going to let those arms fall. Nose falls. And nose rises with the breath. Just taking your time. Brilliant. And then you're going to sweep round to the front. Coming all the way up, loop those shoulders back and down. We're going to take the hands and we're going to circle those wrists. Hands are super glued together. So we're just circling the wrists, mobilizing through one way and the other. We're going to bring the backs of the hands together. The fingers all touch. It might be higher, might be lower, doesn't matter. Find what works for you. And then as we exhale, we're going to let those fingers long. Our back is going to curl away. Our head will fall between the upper arms. As we inhale, our pelvis is going to roll forward. Our hands are going to come underneath. Yogi, exhale, takes as long. Inhale, brings us up. Just moving with the breath. Almost. Oh, got the yawns on it. Bring it all the way up, but the hands just flops. Let's refocus, reconnect again with that breath. Sunday morning, focusing on that breath. That breath in. That breath out. That breath in. Oh, that breath out. Fabulous. From here, we're going to bat the eyes open. We're going to pivot over onto our hands and knees. Coming into that awful tabletop position. Have a gentle work your tail side to side. Check it all feels okay. And then let's send it back into that child's pose. Forehead comes down to the mat, or it's supported where it's good for you. Marvelous. Ready. From here, let's inhale. Bring it up into that tabletop. Let's tuck the toes. We're going to come up into a narrow downward dog. So lifting up, tail feathers high. Generous bend in the knees, head is between the arms. Okay, but think about pressing into the fingertips, into the claws, so you've got some strength, some action going on in those arms. We're lifting our tail feathers up. We're not just sitting here stacking on joints. We're actively lifting our tail feathers into the air. Fabulous. From here, walking those feet in towards those hands, or the hands into the feet, so we come into that forward fold. Taking a gentle sway side to side. Now you can't see it, but my knees are still generously bent. Feet are distance apart. If it doesn't feel good for you, then you bring yourself up much higher, supporting yourself on your thighs. Head is in line with your tail feathers then. Brilliant. From here, we're going to inhale into that flat back position. So we're pressing our tail feathers away. Our crown is going to the front. Brilliant. Okay. We're just breathing it through. Elbows are close into our sides. Fabulous. From here, we're going to raise ourselves into our chair. We're going to sit back as though we're sitting on a chair. Okay. Tail feathers are reaching out behind. Arms are just out in front. Just let them rest. Fabulous. And from here, we're going to come all the way up to standing into our mountain. Fabulous. I'm going to lift up this a bit higher. Okie dokie. So we're stood up in our mountain. Feet are hip distant. Have a little wiggle of those shoulders. The hands just turn forward. And let's just close his eyes.
Centering on the sensations of our feet. Press all your toes into the ground, wiggle them, stretch them. See how they feel. Send your weight all the way into your heels and into your toes. Send your weight all the way into the inside of your legs. And send it into the outside line of your feet. Okay, now can we center it? So our weight is over our arches. All four corners of our feet are in the ground. Fabulous. From here, we're going to take our legs wide. We're going to come into one of my favorites, start. Okay, so we're going to play around with our hands. If the palms face downwards, it's quite a relaxed and soothing position. If you turn the thumbs up, you start to get more activation through the back. If you turn the palms up, you have to have a lot more activation through the shoulder, through the backs to keep the hands and arms here. Choose what feels right for you this morning. Now I'm wiggling and moving. You don't have to. You can be totally still. Everybody's different. Brilliant. We're going to inhale, bring those hands together up above our head. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. From here, inhale to reach high. Exhale, take it out into that star. Hands come to whichever position feels right for you today. Brilliant. From here, we're going to inhale, bring the hands high. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the hands down to heart center and sink down into our goddess. Brilliant. Open the arms into that cactus T. I surrender. You're stationary, you're moving, whatever feels good for you. Two more breaths here. And then we'll inhale, take it out wide. Change the hand position in our star. See what a different hand position feels like. Inhale, bring the hands high. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. This time we're going to turn the toes forward. Okay, we're going to take you into that wide leg flat back. Okay, hands are just at heart center. You're pressing actively into those big toes. The back is parallel to the floor. You can support yourself, hands and thighs if you want to, or keep the hands by your heart center. We have one more breath here. And then we're just going to bring the heels in, turn the toes out, sink down into our goddess. Brilliant. Reaching the arms wide, bring them all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring them down. This time we're going to take an eagle arm. So one arm comes up, the other wraps around. Now it might just be the backs of the hand touch. It might be that the fronts of the hand touch. It might be they're nowhere near each other. Equally good. Work out what's right for you today. Fabulous. We're going to take our eagle arms. We're going to inhale. We're going to rise into the sky. Exhale, we're going to sink into that goddess. Inhale, straighten the legs, rise the arms. Exhale, sink into that goddess. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sink. And gently unwraps, take the arms long. Taking the hands behind, interlacing the hands behind. We're going to turn the toes to the front. Okay, we're going to take that wide leg forward, fold again. Arms are just resting on your tail feathers. Toes are turned forward, and we're actively pressing into the big toes. Brilliant. So we're not rolling to the outside edge of our feet. We've got one more breath here. And then we're going to turn the toes out. Bring the heels in, sink it down, and rise up into our goddess. Fabulous. Taking the arms wide. Inhale, hands together. Exhale, sinking it down. This time we're going to take our eagle arms to the other side. So the other arm bends first. We bring the hands around. Fabulous. Inhale, hands rise up, legs straighten. Exhale, we sink them down. Inhale to rise. Exhale. Inhale to rise. And exhale. Backwards, all more breath cycle through. We let the arms come wide into our star and then behind our back. Hands come to interlace behind our back. We're going to press the hands down. Okie dokie. Gaze comes towards the ceiling or as high as it wants to be. And check whichever way you've interlaced your fingers. It was different from the first time. Okay, and then from here we're going to turn those toes forward again. Heels come out slightly and we take it into that forward fold. Brilliant. Pressing into those big toes. Hands are behind our back. We take that breath in and out. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Releasing the hands, bending the knees, rising up. We're going to walk the feet together. We could jump them if you want to. I'm not in a jumping mood on a Sunday, but everybody's different. Fabulous. Okay, so we're coming halfway down the mat. Turning to face the top of our mat. We're going to inhale, angel wings all the way up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, bring the hands down, send the tail feathers back. Come into that forward fold. Whichever point of that forward fold is right for you, that's the point of the forward fold it is. Brilliant. Keeping the hands on the ground, we're going to step one leg back, coming down, forward, and the other. Taking the knees wide. Let's send it back into extended child's pose. Forehead is on the mat. On your folded arms. Tail feathers can be higher than your heels. They don't have to sit on your heels. Everybody's different. Do what works for you. We've got that breath in and that breath out. Big breath in. That breath out. Keep the hairs and that breath flow. And consciously thinking about that tummy expanding as we soften and breathe in. And feeling that the tummy fall away as we breathe out. And from here, I'm going to take it all the way down onto our tummies. Slithering forward, slithering back, however it comes down for you. Have a little wiggle side to side. Check out how the back feels to you. If you're not a tummy liar or sleeper, this can feel quite enough of a stretch first thing in the morning. So if you want to place cushions underneath your tummy to support yourself, feel free to do so. Fold the forearms, place the forehead on the forearm. And then gently bring the heels up towards the bottom, circling those ankles. Pressing this bottom part, those knickers into the ground. Circle those ankles all the way around. The more mobilization we can do through the ankles, the better it is. Keep flexing. gently swirling it down to the floor. Fabulous. Taking that deep breath in. Hold up the slow breath out. One more breath here. And then if it feels comfortable, we're going to bring it up into a cobra, coming as high or as low as feels right for you. Taking the arms into that wide position, pressing the bottom part of the knickers into the ground, engaging your glutes, and just sliding the hands into wherever feels comfortable. And that's your height today. So we're not wrenching into the lower back. The lower back is actively being used. We're stretching the tummy forward. We're trying to stretch out of our waistband and forward and then up. Everything's loose, no tension in the neck. And then exhale. Tucking the toes underneath. Let's inhale, exhale, curl ourselves up into that tabletop position. And from here, we're going to take it over, all the way back over into our seated. Coming into our seated cross-legged, however you want to. We're just going to loop those shoulders back and down, turn the palms to face upwards. And we're going to finish with our breath. We're going to breathe in through the nose for the count of 6. We're going to hold for 6. We're going to breathe out for 6. Breathe in for 6. And hold. And out for 6. And in for 6. And hold. And out for 6. And in for 6. And hold. And out for 6. In. And hold. And out. Find a breath cycle in. And hold. And out. And then just bat your eyes open. And I want you to finish by just saying a mantra or affirmation of your choice. My favoriteest favorite one is quite simply, I am enough. So when you find yourself a mirror, you're going to high five yourself in the mirror, Mel Robbins style, and say, I am enough. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest you go and look her up on YouTube and look at her high five habit. Fabulous gang. You are enough exactly as you are. Thanks for joining me. Bye.